Hello and welcome to Tarot from the Crypt. I am Lotus God Sage. We are in the landing of September, and today we are about to get into an air sign Libra read. Libra, Native American zodiac representation, the crow. This will be a general tarot read for the landing of September 2020. So, fellow Libras, let's see what tarot has to offer. While I was shuffling, the Three of Wands flipped over, a card about fulfillment and trying to seek positive gain after having made a decision about taking two avenues to acquire that fulfillment. But Libra, to start your reading, we have Major Tarot card 20, the Judgment in reverse. This Judgment card here says to me, Libra, that a lot of you guys out there and a lot of you gals are in a circumstance where the justice that you are valuing as favorable might not be being seen by you, or you might be in a situation, Libra, where you are, in a sense, on the opposite end of the judgment and having your own heart weighed against a feather. And maybe here, Libra, you are concerned about how rough or how harsh you have been in this landing of September 2020 to those around you. But to follow judgment in reverse, Libra, we have the Lovers in reverse. So with this card, Libra, I'm seeing that maybe you guys out there are looking for the outcome that you are wanting to see and the judgment that you're wanting to see come about in a particular situation. Here with this Lovers card, they can relate to a choice or a situation in a interpersonal relationship between two people. We have two X's here to make the 20, and also the Lovers card, although number 6, very much a card about twos and balance and energy. Following that, we have the Strength card upright. So although you Libras out there are experiencing some troubling times that seem unfair, you definitely are wavering through, and you are carrying on, and you are continuing to deal with the situation in a manner that is of either a balanced strength, or either one that is very much starting to waver over to an imbalanced side, whether that's you giving too much or not giving enough in the amount of intensity that you apply to the situation here. But Libra, following the Strength card upright, we have the Ten of Pentacles upright. The Ten of Pentacles, a card about home or the finance and the employment side of our lives, but very much a card about an abundant end, a card about acquisition of what was sought after, a card about material wealth and abundance coming into your favor here, Libra. So Libra, let's just go to the crypt deck and see if we can further confine some messages in this reading. So Libra, to come down to your second level here, we have Libra. Following your Ten of Pentacles upright, you have the Ten of Cups upright, a card about completion, and completion in a way that is very much emotionally fulfilling. Completion in a way that is fulfilling to the more fluid sides of your intellectual dynamic, Libra. But following this Ten of Cups, we have Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel being about movement and being about momentum and change. Sometimes cyclical change, but the movement of change nonetheless. And following that wheel, we have the Ten of Swords upright, a card of completion in a very drastic and a very sometimes draining way. This Ten of Swords falling on the Strength card and the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords saying that you do feel the overburdenment of the situation. You do feel weary, but this is the end of a cycle here, Libra. Even though you are using all the strength that you have within you. So Libra, to start this reading, you had Major Arcana 20, 2 tens. You end the top row with the Ten of Pentacles, and you follow up the complete second row with tens, with the Ten of Cups, Major Arcana 10, the Wheel, and also the Ten of Swords here. So Libra, that is 4 tens. You are on a cosmic completion size with the brevity and the grandeur of the matter that you're dealing with. This is a very large completion that you are going to be dealing with here, Libra, in a very large event, if not a lot of small events or a lot of small little things and small little cycles that you have going on in your life will all be coming to a close together and around the same time, Libra, as we travel through this landing of September 2020. Libra, I see a lot of things coming to an end, whether those things have ultimate endings and don't begin again within themselves. Some of those endings being very, very powerfully positive ones in emotional respects, and very positive ones and in a materialistic and earthly respect. But all these completions will come at a cost of the energy it takes to close out all those cycles. You know, this is not something that is happening for free, Libra. This is something that is going on, that is taking a lot of you to keep all of this together. So to go to the root tarot deck, Libra, we pull the Six of Vessels, card about reunion, a card about nostalgia, and also just maybe reflection of the entire course of all these cycles that are going on. You will have time to reflect and think back on all that has happened with these cycles here in your life, Libra. But this this Six of Cups falling on this Ten of Cups in the wheel says that you will have a chance to be reunited with something that you are moving towards, whether that's something within yourself or something outside of yourself, Libra. And falling on the wheel in the Ten of Swords, we have the Eight of Arrows, the Eight of Swords in reverse. You know, this Eight of Arrows or Swords being a card about confinement and feeling trapped, and more directly, feeling trapped under the momentum of something that's pushing in a particular direction. And that falling on this wheel and this Ten of Swords is perfectly placed. This Eight of Swords in reverse says you are coming out of that confinement, that confinement is no longer going to be in play. This card in reverse or inverted says that, Libra, you are moving to a place of clarity and openness, and a place of being able to see clearly the completions, and to and the chance to be able to see clearly all the manifestations that you are trying to bring about here, Libra. It's as if you've taken the magician card and broken it up all across your read here. A very beautiful and a very powerful read, Libra, with 2, 3, 5 tens so far. So Libra, we'll end this reading with a card from your animal spirit deck to see what message and what direction we have to add to this reading for you, Libra, air sign. And to end your reading, we have the hummingbird in reverse or out of balance. The hummingbird, a very fast moving and a very majestic and multi-directional moving creature, just often having to take time to replenish and take time to refuel so often with the amount of energy that you burn consistently moving and all the ways that you move. This hummingbird in reverse falling on this wheel here in the center. Also an air sign for you, air sign Libra. Native American representation, the crow. Another avian friend. But the hummingbird is positive, enthusiastic, and spiritually resourceful. When out of balance, as it appears, it is pushy, insistent, and sharp. But inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. The sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. And when needing to be brought into balance, it is recommended that the hummingbird energy takes a class, whatever type of class may suit your fancy. Libra, air sign. But Libra, don't forget to refuel as often as you can because it is often needed with all of that which you are handling and closing out here as we end this landing of September 2020. So Libra, once again, this has been Lotus God Sage with Tarot from the Crypt, wishing you much peace, love, and vitality as you take on the endeavors that you are dealing with in this landing of September 2020. Once again, to the most receptive of tens, Libras, peace and love from Lotus God Sage and Tarot from the Crypt. Take care.